What's up, everybody? Taking a break here from playing Ni no Kuni, the remake on the Switch. I'm absolutely loving it. It was my birthday gift from my wife, Kristen. Shout out to the camera lady. January 27th, so, next year, you can get ready. That's my birthday. So cool. If you haven't ever seen any Studio Ghibli movies, excellent way to get into it by playing the game. Strange, weird creatures, magic, all the fun stuff. But I'm not here to talk about Ni no Kuni. As you can tell, obviously I have a Switch. It's great. I love it. It's portable. You can take off the controllers. You can play with a friend. But what's better than a Nintendo Switch? And don't say Xbox or PlayStation, because that's not true. What's better than a Nintendo Switch? Well, I'm about to show you. An Animal Crossing Special Edition Nintendo Switch. Guys, you don't understand how hard this was to get. And ladies, y'all don't understand how hard this was to get this system. I went to GameStop, waited 2 hours, was third in line. Do you know how many they had in stock? Extra? 2. So then I about went home and cried. And my wife said, it's okay, you'll find a way. Well, I found a way. I was able to get my hands on this console after I was unable to obtain one through normal means, aka GameStop, aka Walmart. But yeah, got with the guy online, paid a good price in my mind. More importantly, I got what I wanted. A really awesome system that I'm excited to show you guys. All right, everybody. The moment of truth we've been waiting for. I've got Tom Nook, Timmy, and Tommy to take us on this adventure to show you the getaway package on the new special edition Animal Crossing Switch console. First off the box, you can see main feature I'm probably the most excited about is the awesome dock. It's white. It features the 3 raccoons. It's got water, the island that obviously you're going to take care of, and it's got a green and a blue controller with a white wrist strap. Pretty awesome. And even I just noticed in this now, even the little thread or the nylon string that holds on your wrist, that's colorful as well, not just black. So the back side, I'll show you. Got a familiar face here, the dodo bird with the new pal in the game. Pretty excited to see him with Dodo Airlines. And then I guess you've got a male and a female version of the character you can choose to be. It's got a little Dodo Airline ticket up here, stamp. On the side here, it kind of shows you a little bit what the console is going to look like. Again, the multiple colored Joy-Cons. The back is white. That's neat. So it's a two-tone controller instead of a solid color. That might be the first controller that's like that. So one thing that I really think is a really cool feature about this particular Switch, instead of just a black solid matte back, it's got like a little silhouette watermark here. Upon closer observation, it kind of looks like different islands, some details, some trees, some camps, some logos. Really neat. Bottom, bunch of legal information. Not important. Not interesting. Nintendo logo on top. Here we are, folks. Moment of truth. Super excited. Nerding out a little bit. I know. Calm down, Bevan. It's a console. You already have one. I don't care because I don't have this one. Ooh, how wonderful that opens. Right off the bat, I mean, like a kid, Easter morning, go into his basket. You got to go for these beautiful controllers. I mean, that's awesome. Such a great tone. Green, white, wonderful. Left Joy-Con, right Joy-Con, blue, white. Black buttons, I like that. I'm sure you've seen where some of the Joy-Cons, different mods where the analog is down here in the middle. This one's up to the far left. Only thing I'd say about that is when you're playing 2 players with 1 controller, holding it like this, I've always noticed it's kind of weird with this being in the middle. I wish it was a little lower. Maybe they'll eventually fix that or mess with that. I feel like this button right here could swap place with the analog. The home button doesn't need to be that low. Other than that, controllers are beautiful. That's all that matters. Put those to the side here. All right, console. Super neat. This is the new console. Don't quote me exactly on the numbers, but as far as the battery life, I believe it's like 30% better. It is a brighter screen overall. battery life and portability. That's the main thing. The fact that this can hold a longer charge when you're portable. I mean, that's all we care about in this world is awesome battery life. The back is great. Oh my gosh, I'm nosing here. You've got, looks like Rover. It's got the fawn. Looks like we got Jitters over here. We've got a bunny. We've got a mouse. We've got an armadillo. We've got an elephant. So you've got some of the original characters on their own island with a fire, with flowers. Looks really good. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I'll hold it as close as we can so you can try to get a view from that. But it is really neat. It's got a good feel to it. It's got a little bit of a texture, but it doesn't protrude off too far. Almost feels like grip. Like if it wasn't a design, I'd say, wow, there's grip on there to help you hold it, which is another plus when you are holding it like this. You know, these back fingers, it's nice having that grip on there. Super cool. You definitely know which Switch is yours. If someone has a regular Switch, there's no getting that confused anymore. Obviously, your usernames would be different. I don't care. Visually, you can tell a difference. All right, let's get into the middle here, into the guts. Okay, really cool. I'm not even going for the dock yet. This is so neat. I love that it's white. I love that the strap itself is a different color. It's two-tone. It's kind of green with the white and gray touch to it. Really neat. These are honestly really good because if you try to play with this controller, it doesn't hold well. These buttons, you have to really mash them down. Once you add this strap on there, I mean, that's more height to it. It fits better in the hand. I mentioned earlier, I really like playing with player one when you play like this because the analog is not in the middle. When you're playing in the middle, it's kind of offset, whereas here, it feels more natural. But really cool. So since I've got the strap on, I figure I would go over this little tutorial. I'm sure most of y'all know this, but for me, when I get something new, I want to take care of it. I don't want to take any chances of having user error, any damage that I cause. The last thing you want to do is break a special edition and not even have the option to replace it. So with that being said, there's two things to look for. At the very bottom here, it says lock, and it's got an up arrow. You might be able to see that right here on the tab. So if you push it up, it's locked in. This shouldn't slide off. That's a safety mechanism if you're slinging it or whatever. But the reason I mention that is you want to always, even if you don't lock it, I always do it, push it down. Make sure it's unlocked there. That's only one step though. Yes, I can push this and force it off, but that's not what you should do. You should make sure this is all the way unlocked. This button rack right back here is a release button. That's not just to take it off the Switch itself, but also the Joy-Con strap. So I'm going to hold this black button in the back, and while you're holding that, it should slide right off for you. I'll be honest, that didn't have a lot of resistance at all. The older models, I felt like even when I was doing it properly, you kind of had to have a snap out of it. So I don't know if that's the new model console, but it felt very good. I'm excited about that. That makes me happy. All right. I know there's another one in here somewhere. Ah, here it is. Can't have green without blue. So right here, you've got the other one. Same design, blue strap. So depends on how you are. Me, I'm a little OCD. I would probably put blue on blue. But guess what? These are interchangeable. If you look, there's a plus and a minus. Your controller has a plus and your controller has a minus. So let's say the blue strap wants to go on green. It says minus here. It says minus here. That way they're lined up. So hey, look, we got both colors on there. Really neat. Possibilities are endless, except there's only two possibilities, but it's okay. All right, let's get into something that's probably makes the controller work the best. And I didn't even think about this being in here. The controller adapter. I always loved looking at this. I've bought one of these in the past. One game I really like is Splatoon. They had a Splatoon edition. And it kind of had its, you know, paint splatter art style. But I also bought the yellow controllers from ARMS, and they look really good together. So this looks neat with the black. You've got the white on the back side. But I'm interested to see how these would look on my Splatoon controller because it's just a bunch of colors together. Who doesn't love that? All right, so we got the controller adapter. We've got the two controllers. We've got the straps. Basic HDMI cable. basic power cable, Type-C. I really love that they went with Type-C. My assumption is that even Xbox and, Microsoft and Sony, Xbox and PlayStation, I think both of them are going to move to Type-C eventually. It's my opinion that that's a very high velocity cable. I think it's a lot better than just the basic cables that you're kind of getting for the Xbox and the PlayStation as of right now. All right, the piece de resistance, probably my most anticipated part of this console. If there's scalpers out there, I guarantee you they're selling this piece alone for probably, $150, $200 because people want this. There has not been any other colored dock except black. Now we have white. And an awesome design. You've got the 3 raccoons, Tom Nook, Timmy and Tommy, excuse me. I don't know which is which. They look the same to me. Take your choice. But here they are. I guess Timmy likes to be taller or Tommy likes to be taller. Who knows? By that logic, the one on the left here must be the one on the box because he is a little higher up. But anyway, really excited. As far as feel, I thought it felt matte. I don't know. It feels smooth. It feels good. The bottom's got a 4 little dots for grip, but also has a little strip here of kind of grip. The biggest thing I can recommend for a Nintendo Switch console, whether you get the special one, whether you get the old one, is buy a tempered glass screen protector. Go to Amazon. GameStop probably has them. Do not get a plastic one, in my opinion. Get a glass one. It is a difference. If you can bend the protector of the screen protector, it's not glass. Glass will shatter if you bend it. Probably $10, maybe $15. But I would order it. I would get some LCD cleaner, or at least an alcohol wipe. Wipe your screen down really good so there's no air bubbles. That alone, even if you don't drop your Switch and crack the screen, sometimes there's been air where it can rub here. If you have a tempered glass screen protector on there, you're not going to get that rubbing mistake. You're not going to get the marks on your screen. If you do, you can take off the screen protector and replace it. Just by feeling down in here, I will say, they've added, Kristen, let's see if you can get this. They've added some little black little rubber patches, and you can see it because the console's white, and there's a little half centimeter bit of black. That's like a little bit of rubber. I bet that's made to help hold the console in there now to keep it from damaging the console or the handheld console portion itself. So when I was rubbing my finger in there, I can kind of feel right here this little bit of black, and you could even see down here in the middle there's a little bit of black as well. So they've definitely done a good job of listening to the critiques, fine-tuning them, and I couldn't be happier. I got one. I was so upset the day I didn't get one because I love Animal Crossing. It's a fun game, but honestly, the console itself, even if you don't love the game, it looks great. So thank you so much for watching my video. Last thing I'll mention is if you happen to have bought any of the amiibos in the past, these are going to be compatible with the game. I cannot wait for Friday. We're going to fire up the game Friday night because I do work, unfortunately. We're going to fire up the game. We're going to try every amiibo I have. I've got the cards. I've even got the cards from the Happy Home Builder game. So that's them in the car. I don't know what works. I do know the cards work. I do know the amiibos work. I'm sure the price is going up now. They used to be $3, $4 a piece for the amiibos. So if you see any on sale and you're interested in the game, go ahead and pick them up because they're going to be compatible with the game. That I know. How? I'm not sure. Maybe they'll come to your island. Maybe you'll get items. But it's worth picking up if you see one on sale and if you're planning on getting the game. So thank you for watching this video. Super excited to get the game Friday. More excited for the console. I mean, the game obviously is huge, but this was a win. Super excited. So thank you for watching, and you guys have a great day.